Welcome, welcome to a live broadcast. Is this Love Morning? I don't know anymore. I don't know. But I'm John Halcyon Stin. This has been a daily practice, a daily broadcast of gratitude and love ambassador uh, fellowship of coming together and uh, encouraging one another to be bright lights in the world. But I'm not sure if it is going to continue to be what it's been. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning to everyone else who might be joining us now or watch the recording. I am really pondering the value, the worth, the 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 feeling of what I have to offer, and as I am in a place of struggling, which I think I have really started to feel like it is very much related to body pain, chronic pain, and aging, and that it is an identity shift that is more significant than even the early identity shifts of my sobriety journey. And it's more difficult for me, and I am without the bright light that I am accustomed to. And so I'm trying to figure out if Love Morning will continue. If my gratitude circles, if I will continue to host them, they can continue as long as they. But I am feeling less and less the energy and the call and the feeling like I am the one to do such a thing. But perhaps just this will change, and instead of this being a place where I feel like I'm shining brightly, it'll be a place where I am coming empty-handed and saying, "All right, let's see if I can find something to be grateful for today." And I'll encourage us all to share what we are grateful for. But I've been leaving the broadcasts feeling a little discouraged lately, as I feel like I have not been showing up in the way that I like. And I know that there's no responsibility to, and I don't think anyone is angry or judging me, but my experience of it is less pleasant, less something that feels good. I enjoy showing up and feeling full of energy and gratitude and love and sharing that. It is not as joyful to show up and acknowledge and admit that I am feeling kind of lost and feeling uncertain about what I should be doing and what I'm really grateful for. I mean, lately my gratitudes have been consistently things like I'm grateful that I don't have to go to an office, considering I don't feel good. My body hurts. And I'm grateful that the leak in my ceiling isn't worse than it is. I mean, they're legit gratitudes, but it's not the same energy that I feel like I have brought to this space in the past. So I'm not sure. I was trying to look on the calendar and like how many years has this been as a morning broadcast, and what would be a good day to kind of like sign off. But then I got an email this morning from someone that was really just hit me in a really significant way, and it was kind of like, have you influenced anybody? Well, a single person? If so, then you get a raise. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I guess I know that there's been, once in a while somebody is affected in a positive way. So maybe it is still worth trudging on until something else happens. But yeah, a combination of body pain and then this session I had recently with a therapist healer that just really made me feel like, oh, I am once again in fraud mode. And I think that is a common path of spiritual growth, is you like struggle and then you find the way, and then you get to a plateau and you go, yay, I have it figured out. And then more is revealed and you go, oh shit, I'm so full of shit. And so is everybody. And so I'm in I'm full of shit and I'm in pain and I I feel like I don't feel worthy of a microphone right now. I'm not saying that I don't have worth or that it's not a valid place in my journey, but this is not, I would not show up for a broadcast to listen to me right now. And I don't feel like I am spreading positive ripples in the world right now. I don't, I don't, I don't like the idea of being, of broadcasting an pessimism. So I don't know. I don't know if what the future holds, but at least I feel like this message this morning um, makes, and also the uh, advice and counsel I got from Lisa last night is like, maybe just sit with it and recognize that you could be a lot more lost without these daily practices. So maybe I will just change the name. Maybe I will change the description. Love Morning has changed over the years. It started as a very specific, I would come online and say, I love you to everyone. And then it became a antidote to the post COVID lack of outwardly outgoing muscles of connection. And so maybe this new chapter will be about less about love ambassadors in the world and more a just check in with anyone who wants to come in and say, hello, this is what I'm grateful for today, and this is what's in my mind. I don't know. I'm not feeling like a leader right now, and not feeling like not feeling like I have much to share in this place. So I have yet to, I recognize that I'm in the middle of a struggle. I recognize that I am in a experience of feebleness and reduced ability and pain that has changed my identity. And I'm not yet at peace with it. I recognize that it's something that people do overcome, and it is something that people come find peace in, but it is not something that I have achieved yet. And so I feel like, people, one of my favorite concepts is that, your current struggle is your future curriculum, but it's my current struggle. It's not something I have, I'm struggling to find the lessons in my experience, which is something that I feel like I've been pretty good at. That's kind of what I've done with most of my life, is try to transmute my experiences and see the positive, find the cone. And I'm really struggling with that, other than humility. Like, you had so many years of hedonism and joy and able-bodiedness, so now you will learn what pain and struggle and weakness and you will learn what it is to not have all the advantages. And I get it. There's got to be huge lessons in there. I just am not there yet. So maybe if I show up from a place without that expectation, without the identity of one who has something to share, and just say, I'm just going to go live for 5 minutes and say, hey, as more of a reason to get out of bed. Because I think, as Lisa pointed out in a very kind string of words, that I could get really dark and isolated without some sort of structure in my life. So, um, I don't know. I don't know. I thought I had it all figured out. I kicked the drugs and got the girl and thought I was on track. Thought I had something to share. And now I'm feeling like just as full of shit as ever. Um, Suzanne said, "Why isn't sharing your struggles okay or enough? Why is it your job to be cheerful all the time?" I don't enjoy. It doesn't feel good to wallow in the crap. I have made a life of focusing on the cone, and I have not yet shifted my identity to one who can feel pride in the crap. I mean, even as I'm here, I'm like, obviously, I got a roof over my head. I got loving family. I've got an incredible girlfriend. Like, what the fuck right do I have? What do I have to be in this wallow state? So I don't. I mean, I'm not. Uh, I'm not one. I mean, except as an example of like, oh, this is this is what not to do. I'm failing all the lessons that I have previously taught. So it doesn't feel good to show up. You know, it'd be like I'm a boxing coach and showing up, getting my ass kicked because I'm have keep not holding my hands up. So not only am I feeling not great, but then I feel badly when I come online to do what I feel like is this has been my job. Then I feel like I'm bad at my job. So I'm having to change my identity to, I don't know. So that's how quickly we fall, huh? So, it's very possible that in a week, a month, a year, I will look back and go, what a valuable experience this has been. Oh, what a temporary experience of pain, or what a permanent experience of pain this was, and how powerful I was given the wisdom through the suffering, or how, thank God I had this lesson so that I could accept the inevitable, continual falling apart of the human body. That, thank God I had, I overcame that first fall, and I was able to joyfully live in a body falling apart for the rest of my life. That would be awesome. But not there now. And I mean, I kind of like, I feel like I could say those words, but I'd be lying. I had a thing that happened in the therapy session when she said, you only think like you need to let go of the idea that you need to be seen to have value. And then something about how you need to see how everyone has value, even those that are invisible and aren't being seen, all the people who are, you know, in the shadows. And I had this thought of all the people who are invisible in our culture, and how intellectually I know that we all have value. And that's my she said, "I know it's your value system." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't have that. I don't feel that. And I think that is part of why this identity shift is so hard, is that I intellectually know that I have every bit of worth and value, but I don't I don't I don't feel that. Um, and I have judgments towards others, and I think that they are coming through to myself. So when you add that with the actual physical experience of pain, I have yet to find the courage to be with it. And so I am seeking to escape the pain. I am seeking to escape this identity shift. I'm watching so much Netflix and Hulu and HBO. To give you an idea of how much TV I'm watching, in the last week or so, I watched all 5 seasons of The Rock's show, Ballers, a show that a month ago I would have mocked mercilessly. And I watched it all because I just wanted to not use my body, not hurt. I want to lie on my back. I don't know if you can see behind me. I have this. I've rigged up a way that I can put my phone over my bed so I can just look up and just lie down, either, whether I'm icing my back or just lying there. And I've gotten pretty good at not judging myself for doing nothing. That's been a huge thing of like having a beautiful day outside. And I've done nothing productive in a long time. Anyway, I think I'm getting off track, and the rain just started pouring. I think that's God saying, "Okay, wrap it up, whiner." But I don't know. I haven't read the comments, so I apologize. I just kind of wanted to let this out, and maybe find the meaning in that. And maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to separate my feelings and thoughts from being seen. So I will say, before we have a hug, I will say hello to all who've tuned in. Good morning, Kiri and Natasha and Brandon. Good morning, Jobin, and thank you. Good morning, Gustavo. Good morning, Abigail. Good morning, Moosecock. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Joyous. Good morning, Tall Paul. Good morning, anyone else who may have popped in. Good morning, Jason, Caitlin. So this is the truth of this moment, and I will note that this is a feeling in this moment, and it could change, and so I will not make any declarations of this is the last week of morning broadcasts, or I'm stepping down from gratitude. I will just say that in this moment, I am contemplating who I am and what my job is, and what is the way for me to bring value to the world. So I love you. Wherever you are, would you join me in a hug? And give yourself a squeeze, and let's forgive ourselves for our thoughts, our actions, anything that might be making us feel less. And let's forgive others for anything they may have done that we feel is not what they should have done, including me. If you're listening to this and think, you should do this, you should think this, you should, don't do that because you should be better at this. You should, well, let's forgive me too. And let's recognize we all do the best we can with what we got and trust that in a long enough timeline, it's for the best. Lisa likes to say that any place in your life where you're worried, that's where you can go, aha, that's where I don't believe in God. Let's take a deep breath in, squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful people, thanks for joining me this morning for whatever this was. I love you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. And I'll probably be here tomorrow. And if you're in San Diego, it's First Saturdays this weekend. So you can join us to be of service. I know that always helps me feel better. I could probably depend on having some recalibration tomorrow. So I will read everyone's notes after this. So thank you, and I apologize for not responding as we were here live. Thank you. Yeah, we're celebrating 14 years tomorrow. Thanks.